on EA Sports. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A huge play there right off the bat. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Inside handoff now, Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run on 1st down. Woodson, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done when they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone? And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go back to Walton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Walton. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And this one complete to Reed.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they are on the board. but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, Watkins.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith, who had 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So out now come the Jets.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin foot. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 66 yards.
And the Dolphins continue to pull away here this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
New York ready to go again offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. His first catch, good. For 8 and a first down. Now a carry for Walton, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, why don't we look at the defense? They came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll run on 1st down. Weaver, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 6.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Caught on the right side, Reed. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And the Jets set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
When he launched that football, I'm guessing he was thinking it.
Zone, but he'll take it. Now they're knocking on the door.
I like the way you can read his thoughts. Think of it from the opposite side of the ball. They thought they had a chance to make a play and knock it away. Didn't get it done. Can they reset now and hold them to a field goal?
On 1st down. It's Weaver, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this 1st half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now out come the Jets.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, and his pass incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he could actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Walton. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than...
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head down to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home in MetLife Stadium. And they trail the visiting Falcons in that one at halftime. The Falcons trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Bengals locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. Brandon Gott.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And some space here.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run with Walton.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time?
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they can.
And he will take it in. For a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On second down, it's Watkins.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
In motion left goes a tight end. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run on first down. Watkins.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And nothing much materialized there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Quick move by Miller.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Weaver, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 4. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. But nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Miller. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
2nd and 14. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give, right side. Woodson.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 16. On third down, Watkins, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
And now which... You want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Oh, look at the juke. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Woodson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
First down, Weaver, and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen, and so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is taken at the 15. A 45-yard punt for there on the return.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
A try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. Kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough, where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Miami,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
and they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.